into crypto. I really enjoy that.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm pretty much trying to follow your footsteps. The thing
You're
with
doing.
crypto is
Uh-huh.
that was what I first that's what I knew before I came into like the
Mm-hmm.
forex space. I was investing, I was spot buying. So it's more of a challenge now to try and trade it, you know, and when I'm right, which I have been, I think my success rate has been about 80% on Bitcoin so far.
Mm-hmm.
It feels that much better because you know I remember like being in 2016 2017 like looking at my portfolio thinking okay it might go up by 2% today or two. Now it's a whole different way I look at
Yeah.
it. I'm not scared, you know.
That's perfect. That's exactly what I want for you guys. So as you're trying out and exploring new assets, new securities,
Hmm. Hmm.
I'm pretty sure you know this too. You're basically copy pasting things that you've already learned on, the previous things that you have been trading, and
Yeah,
just kind of obviously you have to manipulate or modify your style a little bit or even your trading strategy a little bit. But for the most part, it's the same thing, right? So as
yeah,
long
you're
as you can
carrying
build,
it over sort of thing,
yeah.
exactly.
So as
And
long
even
as you can
into the
simplify.
investment side of things like
Mm-hmm.
you know the whole technical analysis that you've taught me and all the fundamental sides of things like yeah, I feel a lot more like safe in terms of you know investing in like the S&P and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
you can foresee these you know these corrections and stuff and it's not like the 98% of people investing who are scared like oh my God I must sell now it's a crash or whatever.
Yeah.
You it's like okay this is normal it's gonna come back up like it's a lot more relaxed having traded with you and learned like a lot of things from you.
Mm-hmm. I
uh
appreciate that. I'm glad it's helpful,
no
and
no
obviously you got amazing results already.
yeah, thank you like I said look I tried to sponge off you as much as I could at the
Yeah.
start. That's
Happy
the
to
best thing
help.
I did.
Yeah, happy to do that whenever I can.
Yeah,
And I'm sure,
that's
like, you've kind of taken the strategy and made it your own as well. So
yeah
that's
pretty
the
much.
the whole point.
Hmm.
How's it going, Jen?
Hello, how are
Hello.
you?
Doing good. How are you?
Good, good. I'm cooking.
Ah, nice.
Hi, what are you making?
Hi, baby.
Hi Jen, what are you making?
I'm doing
Hmm.
pasta,
Nice.
spaghetti, but I cut the onions, peppers, I put some ground beef, and I'm doing the sauce from scratch, bolognese
Good.
sauce.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
You're making Chris
Nice.
yeah.
hungry.
I know.
Chris is about to take a flight
Get
from
see some
London.
spaghetti
Okay,
bolognese.
I hope one day we can meet the
Yeah,
whole team.
definitely.
All right.
If we meet one day, I will cook for everyone.
That sounds like a plan.
I'm
Yeah.
about to spoil everybody, Jen.
Where are you, KB? Where are you located?
I'm in London at the minute.
Oh, London.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in New Jersey, and Sharma, you are in
California.
Yes, she's
California.
halfway.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, halfway.
Take
Okay,
the
one
longer
day, one
flight.
day.
Take the longer flight, KB. Pick me up. All right, let's get started, you guys.
Let's go.
Okay,
Let's
I'm gonna
do.
mute. Okay.
Yeah, for sure. So it's pretty much saved at the same exact spot as our last session 2 weeks ago. We did Wednesday, which is when interest rates came out. We got a massive push from there. And now I've skipped over to Thursday, over to 6 o'clock, which is 30 minutes before New York Stock Exchange open. And we have had some US news already coming out. I'm gonna do past events at 10 and then future events at 70. Cool. So we have had already some US news coming out. We had unemployment claims coming out, which dropped down by, we were forecasting that was going to maintain, but then it dropped down by a few points here. And then we had some medium impact news, Fed Manufacturing Index. It also dropped down from the previous. We're expecting a steeper pullback, but we ended up just getting a 3.2 instead of that negative 2.6. We got some low impact news, current account. We also continue down in the next 35 minutes here. We have the Canadian news coming out, and then in 45 minutes we have the flash manufacturing PMI, flash services PMI coming out, existing home sales, and a couple of low impact news. So overall, it seems like we're going to have a pretty good day when it comes to economic data, and hopefully pretty good volume that we can trade as well. And then tomorrow, to end off the week, we have Powell speaking. So that's pretty much what we are looking at going into the session. We're going to do a top-down analysis here from the weekly time frame and down. Let's zoom out a bit. So sitting at those all-time highs, as you guys can see, sitting in a massive bullish momentum as well. We broke out of this little consolidation here where price was consolidating for a little bit. We got some retracements and then came right back into that area, got another quick little retracement, and then a massive push from there. So breaking those previous all-time highs, consolidating a little bit. Of course, we know that there has been a lot of bullish momentum, and then interest rates was the catalyst yesterday that really pushed this up. So based off the weekly time frame, what I'm going to do is mark off this little bit of a top wick that we see here, and we'll see a little bit more clearly as we drop down to lower time frames. But that's pretty much the highest that price had been. So I would be very interested to see if price keeps breaking past that. Can we see those continued buy opportunities, or is price going to reject that and we pull back down a little bit? Another thing that I'm going to mark off is going to be these candle bodies right here for the previous high of this little consolidation for multiple weeks before we got that push up today or yesterday. Let's drop down to the daily time frame and zoom in here. On the daily time frame, we see that consolidation a little bit more clearly. Even though it was in consolidation, we still maintained a bullish structure. Price was still breaking previous highs, still maintaining higher lows. We got that nice push up here on the previous daily candle. The new one started forming, so we've already had the Asian session. We've also already had the London session, or that it's still going on. And then New York session just opened up as well. So we got a nice push up there. We're going to mark that off right around here, adjusting it a little bit as we drop down to lower time frames. What I'm also going to do is mark off a zone right here. So that is pretty much the point where this daily candle either flips bullish or bearish. At the moment, we're bullish. So if we can keep breaking past this, I know that we're going to get some nice bullish momentum to the upside. Come on to the 4-hour time frame. Insanely bullish momentum to the upside. Let's zoom in a bit more. We got that nice top wick rejection. The candle came back down, closed bearish. So this one really broke the highs and lows of the previous candle. And then this one here, same thing, broke the previous low, flipped back up bullish. So if this candle can keep breaking its own highs, then I would be interested in looking into a buy opportunity to the upside. You come on to the hourly time frame. We got that nice bullish push. That was really when the interest rates came out. After that, the volume started to slow down a little bit. You see how price is making those small candles. And then from there, we got one little push up here, that rejection, and then all of this happened in London session as price started to retrace back down. It seems like we're holding on to a support right into this area right here. So as long as price can hold on to this area of support and we keep breaking those previous highs, I think we have pretty good buy opportunities to the upside. But again, just being extra careful given that we are sitting at those all-time highs. We dropped to the 30-minute. We had that little bit of consolidation here before a nice push, and then consolidation here again before another push. Then we got a retracement, consolidating in the same exact area as previously, and then starting to push back up here again. You look at the previous 30-minute candle, broke the previous high, but came back and closed almost like a doji here. And then now we're waiting on the new 30-minute candle. You drop to the 15-minute, and you start to see that little bit of break and retest kind of formation, but we're just being careful again because price has been consolidating in this range. If you guys want me to skip through candles, let me know. I'm happy to do that as well. Any questions about the analysis so far?
Nope.
No.
Perfect. I'm thinking tomorrow, instead of like a webinar kind of thing, we will do the crypto simulation as a group. We haven't updated that yet. So I know, Chris, you're trading crypto, so it's pretty much the same thing, whether it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP. I think you might enjoy it.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
Is anyone else getting into crypto? I think it's just you, me, and maybe there's one other person.
I'm not trading, but I'm following
Oh, okay.
because I'm waiting to cash some crypto, some Bitcoin to found my Forex account.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't want to sell,
Yeah.
so I'm keeping it there. So I check the the chart every day.
Mm-hmm. I think a good one to start with is gonna be like either Ethereum or Bitcoin, because they're the more known ones. Alright, we also just had New York Stock Exchange open. Here's that volatility, breaking the lows, kind of flipping back up, pushing bullish. I want to check the 5-minute. So that volume, I'm checking the 5-minute for the volume. So obviously there's a ton of volume here, so we're just going to be extra careful because news does come out in 10 minutes or so. So at that point, that's the level that we had marked off from the weekly and daily. So now we know that we're breaking the daily and the weekly highs.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the kind of volume that we want. That's usually where we set up like a 3-to-1 or 4-to-1 RR and look for those entries. The only reason why we're not entering right now is because obviously we know that this is a liquidity grab, but you don't want to be stuck in a situation where price comes back down and it kind of starts closing out somewhere here, even if it does close bullish, let's say, and you just end up left with a wick to the upside, because now even if you enter here, you're going to need a wider stop loss, because 30-minute, 15-minute, all of that, that's a massive bottom wick here. You have news in 7 minutes. In 4 minutes. Alright, so we got a little bit of a push. We were expecting a drop, and then we got a drop in the services PMI. So manufacturing increasing a little bit, but services side decreasing a little bit. They're both in the expansionary mode still. They're not in that contractionary yet, but again, now you're going to start to see a little bit of more reaction. Also, the last 14 minutes before this hourly candle closes, and this hourly candle has already demonstrated that it's a liquidity grab, so we know that we are pushing bullish. Same thing on the 4-hour. Alright, got that retracement. Now here is the last 5 minutes, the 15-minute, pushing back down, rejecting all the sellers down here, pushing up right up there again. 30-minute, nice bottom wick rejection, liquidity grab, breaking out of this consolidation, leaving a top wick here as well. 1-hour time frame, same thing, a nice push, quick little retracement, liquidity grab, breaking the daily and the weekly highs, and we are pushing. So here what I want to see is if we can get a bullish close, and then if the next candle can take us back up.
Yeah, I would look for an entry as we push the highs on the next candle.
Mm-hmm.
Looks good. Some nice bullish volume present.
Yeah. I know we're doing this on the 5-minute time frame. I'm kind of just showing you guys, something else that I do in my trading too, to kind of figure out what's the volume. But, if you're new to trading or you're still struggling in trading, I would highly recommend that you guys be extra careful as you drop down to lower time frames and start looking for your entries. That's where a lot of people tend to get a little messed up in their trading. All right. I'm going to do... Are you going to take a buy with me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. Do you want to go in together on that one trade with 2%, or do you want to do separate?
Yeah, let's do that.
All right. Stop loss, where do you think?
I'd say just a little bit below, just there. That'll be good.
Okay, it doesn't let us. I think we can only
Yeah,
do it here. That's fine?
yeah, that'd be fine.
All right. TP, since we're at all-time highs, you want to go for a 3-to-1?
Let's do it.
Okay.
That looks about. Yeah, that was about 4-to-1. Yeah, let's do that.
Right here?
Yeah.
All right.
That is that a 70-point push? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And everything else is just low impact news at this point. We do have an FOMC member speaking, but that's in a few hours. I think we should be fine. Any questions about this entry?
Yes, one question.
Mm-hmm.
So you enter as soon as the 15 minutes candle closes, right?
I entered when that 5
Or
minutes
time?
started breaking that high. So the new hourly candle started
Yeah.
forming here.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
like all of this.
And
Yeah.
yeah, 15 minutes. And can you show me the 5 minutes, please?
Show you the 5 minute? Yeah, here.
Yes. Oh, okay. So, 5 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I was thinking why you didn't enter as soon as the previous candle broke its own high. So you wait for the 15 minutes.
I waited for the hourly close because now
Yeah.
this is a new hourly candle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So like we
Okay.
entered as soon as price was breaking the highs here, and then like based off of the higher time frames, that's a liquidity grab and we're pushing up. So at this point, like we took that quick entry, got a little loss on there, but we still have another entry left. So at that point, now I'm gonna be a little bit more strict with my entry because that's my last entry for the day.
Oh,
So
okay.
now what I'm gonna do is wait for like an established support once again, and then look for an entry.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, for sure.
This could be the support here. Push back
Yeah.
the highs. That'll be the potential entry. But it was a very tight stop loss, that, especially for US30.
Yeah. But we have the volume still, so I'm not really worried about if price is going to reverse or do any of that other stuff.
No, it's still showing signs of bullish momentum, so
Yeah.
there is definitely another trade here.
And then if you want to check higher time frames, you still have a 15, nice close with a massive bottom wick closing bullish, and then the current one, still open. You still have a few more minutes to go here for this candle.
The hourly has also just made its bottom wick now and looks like start to flip.
So this could be potential another one as well. So if you want to take that entry, or if you want to wait for this 15 close or anything like that, that's totally up to you too in this case. So like even if I were to take an entry here, I'll probably keep stop loss somewhere down here, or we just wait for this 5 minute to close because it's literally another minute.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Entry here.
Yes, please.
Alright. Stop loss.
Let's just do it there. Yeah. Just keep it a little bit tight. Just below the wick.
Alright, it's not letting us do that. Do you want to go with that max 3% and then we're basically on it together?
Yeah, let's open it.
Alright. Right here?
Yep.
Alright, and then TP.
TP. Wherever you feel good.
I'd say somewhere around here, maybe. Let's give it at least a 3 to 1.
Yeah.
Alright, and then right around there. The 15-minute, 30-minute, and 1 hour, they all look the same with their candle formations. Alright, let's give this an attempt. And that's our second attempt for the day.
Let's make that loss back.
You okay with me skipping through?
Yeah, sure.
Alright, now we have the new 15 forming. So we got a nice 15 bullish close there, and we got the new formation on this 15. Alright, 15 barely made a bottom wick, and it's already pushing. 1 hour is also pushing. News-wise, nothing else really coming out for another hour and a half, which is FOMC, but that's low impact. Alright, starting to get a nice push. You got a nice strong bullish close here on the 15. 30-minute, nice strong close as well, right at the top of the range, new 30-minute formation, and hourly is also still pushing. That's like a nice little almost break and retest setting up. Alright, push. And then that pretty much took us out, and we are still up 10% total for this week. Do you guys want to go ahead and skip over to Friday? I know we're doing like 1 day at a time, but if you guys want to do a little bit of a longer simulation session, I'm down to do the next day, Friday.
Yeah, we can do.
Alright, let's do it. So that was our 2 attempts. The first one, obviously a loss, but we're going to review that real quick here. Alright, so we started on the 19th. We're basically on the 3rd day. The first day we had a loss, and then we also got some profits, and then we had a loss with this new entry that we took, and then we made back. You don't really make back the losses, but we came back up in the equity percentages on our account, and pretty much so far from the beginning of the account to now, we're up by $102.75. That's our profit so far this week. Now we're gonna go ahead, before we skip to the next day, I'm gonna remove all of this just so we can do our analysis again. Alright, now we're going to go ahead and skip to Friday and skip to 6 o'clock. Let's actually check when the news comes out. Yeah, around 6 o'clock is when Powell is going to speak. So we're going to skip to 5 o'clock, just an hour before, and then just do the analysis for that. Alright, let's come back to the weekly. And once again, you kind of have that top wick that's sitting around here, which we will adjust as we drop down to lower time frames. And then you have those candle body highs right here for these candles too. Clone, update, go to the daily. And here we can adjust it because that's the top wick rejection on the daily. So that means that's also the top wick on the weekly. This level still checks out. We broke out of all of this, got a massive push up. Even yesterday we got a nice push, but kind of pulled back a little bit. And then today we're making a little bit of a resistance right into this level. Right there. So if the candle flips above that, we're continuing bullish. If price keeps pushing down, then we know we're looking for those continued sells. You come onto the 4-hour time frame, all that was consolidation. So after we pretty much got out, all that was consolidation. We're starting to break below this 4-hour consolidation here as well. So I'm going to mark off the bottom wick rejections right here, and price keeps pushing. Now the next area that I would be kind of interested in would be right around here, and see what price ends up doing here. So if price bounces off of this and keeps pushing back up, then we're just going to look for those buy opportunities to potentially come back into this zone here. Or if price pushes all the way down here and we have an opportunity, then we just look for a continued sells to come down here. 1 hour time frame, pretty much the same thing. Last hourly candle, you got to close below that level of that consolidation. The new hourly candle formation, barely a top wick, starting to kind of break its own lows here, but we're still testing the volume because the news doesn't come out for another hour or so. So you have that on the 30. On the 15, it's been a massive sell after price pushed back up, came into these previous consolidations. So you see how price pretty much copies the previous levels or zones that it's been in, and if it's been consolidating there previously, the chances are it's going to consolidate there again. From there, we got that massive sell-off in a London session, and then now this is where New York is opening up. So we still have some time to kind of test the volume here. Any questions about this so far?
Nope. Looks like a good retracement.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes, like, if you've had a good push in the beginning of the week, then sometimes price will consolidate out towards the end, or it will give you a nice retracement.
Yeah, especially Fridays. Get that.
Mm-hmm. Just to check if we have anything else coming out going into next week. Consumer confidence on Tuesday. FOMC member. GDP, unemployment, pending, home sales, consumer sentiment. And then PCE price index. A pretty standard week next week, so things are going to start to pick up maybe in the second half of the week instead. Let's just speed it up a little bit here as we get closer to 6 o'clock and see if we actually get some new news. I want to see what price ends up doing here and if there's a potential setup right before 6 o'clock. If this 15, well, I'll see how this 15 closes. If it's weak volume, then we'll just skip and get closer to 6 o'clock. Alright, couple of seconds.
This is 15 minutes into New York, right? Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we got a bullish close back into that area. We're just going to skip through and see if we actually end up getting out of here. So 15 minutes before the news comes out. And now here's 5 minutes before the news comes out. So we're still on the 15-minute time frame. We just got closer into that area. But the key thing is that we are still respecting all of that.
Resist. Yeah.
And if nothing happens in the next 4 minutes, then we'll skip to New York Stock Exchange open.
Did you say there was news coming out in?
Yeah, Powell was speaking.
Okay. That's best to wait. If he wasn't, this would be a nice sell entry.
Yeah, potentially. What I would want to see, though, even then, is a clear of these wicks.
Yeah.
Just so we can test that volume and then push.
Yeah, it shows that bearish volume.
Mm-hmm. Alright, news has come out. Powell is speaking. I'm going to skip on the 5-minute just to test this volume here. We're consolidating in this area on the 5-minute. Still in that area, nothing has happened in the first 10. You got a 15 close. Kind of weak still into that area, but again, we're just respecting into this support, it seems like. So at this point, you still have price making those lower lows.
It's failing to break past that little support and resistance now.
Yeah, so as long as the candles don't close above this, that's fine. If it ends up doing like something like this, that's fine too. As long as candles are closing below this and pushing, we can look for potential sells. If not, we're already up 10% for the week. We would just come back the next week and look for better opportunities then, because there's low impact news for the rest of the session. And even on the 5-minute, we're still consolidating here. So let's see if we get some volume with the New York Stock Exchange open in 10 minutes.
Yeah, definitely will. Well, it just depends if we're going to get any clear direction.
Mm-hmm.
It's always interesting watching the NYSE open candle. It's like literally shoots down 100 points and then it shoots up the other way.
That's the fun part about, US30, NAS, or even gold.
Yeah.
Or crypto, now that you're in crypto.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
That's the reason why I love trading these. They're so fun.
Yeah. It's wild. It can get wild sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. Alright, we got a top wick. Candles are breaking previous lows. Got a 5-minute close, a new one forming with a bit of just pushing back. Let's see. I want price clearing below this area, and then I'd be okay to take an entry. Have you caught any of this volatility in Bitcoin yet?
NYSE?
Yeah.
Yes.
How'd you like that?
It's fun. I immediately try to go break even, especially if I'm in like a $200, $300 profit.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, not monetary wise. I mean, like the points.
Yeah.
That candle sometimes it just literally is like flashes of red and green. It's crazy. But I always tend to wait the first 5 minutes and then see where price is going.
Have you caught like a massive wick, like price is pushing, you caught that move, and then as soon as you're out, it flips?
Pretty much today.
Oh, nice.
Within 10 minutes, I had like I said, I had that seven. I caught that $700 move.
Uh-huh.
Then price just pushed from like I think it was like 103,000. No, let me have a look. 1 second.
Are you just trading Bitcoin or are you trading Ethereum too?
Bitcoin,
Oh, okay.
because Ethereum it doesn't really give me great um leverage.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, basically I caught the move earlier. It was like 104,000, went down to 104,200,
Mm-hmm.
and then it just shot up to like 106K within like the next 45 minutes.
Oh, man.
Yeah,
That's crypto.
exactly. And it rejected that 106 area. Remember we were talking about it yesterday in the breakdown?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it rejected there again. So it'd be nice to actually test out the supply demand sort of strategy on that.
Yeah, absolutely. I think that's where it would work best. It's already
Hmm.
programmed that way.
Yeah, here we go. Nice move setting up.
Alright, let's do... Are you taking an entry here too?
Yeah, yeah, definitely. Got
Is
a
there
nice little
anyone else who wants to take an entry?
strong top wick rejection there as well.
Alright. So we're about... So just right around here.
Yeah,
And
a
then...
bit tight, seeing as we've had a good week already.
Yep. Those are just clean moves here to the left,
Yeah,
which is
this
crazy.
is pretty much set up to retrace this big push up.
Yeah, it seems so. Okay, let's use higher time frames, get some cleaner moves. I think we can start somewhere here for now.
Yeah.
Because same thing as, last time. You had that 4-hour consolidation, straight push up. You have that consolidation. Seems like we're trying to push back down.
Yeah, I definitely think we will tap into that zone that you have marked up, that blue
Yeah.
zone.
As we get closer to this, what we can do
We can
is
extend the
increase the
TP.
TP and,
Yeah. Tighten the stops.
exactly. Alright, so we're good with this?
Yep.
Let's do it. We got that 2% running now. So we dropped the risk from the 3.
I've got so much more comfortable taking these sort of like trades, especially when you see a candle like that,
Mm-hmm.
nice topic rejection with a strong bearish close.
Mm-hmm.
You just know some good volume's coming.
These used to be my favorite on higher time frames. Because then you can
Yeah,
just let it play out for like days.
say our stop loss might be too tight.
It's okay. If this candle
But yeah,
flips, I'll take the same entry.
I'm pretty sure it will. It looks good.
Let's test the
But yeah,
volume here first.
these lower lows, lower high sort of moves, these structure moves, they're so
Mm-hmm.
clean.
It is pure structure. We only have a couple of seconds left here on the 5 minutes, so I want to see how this closes.
Oh,
Alright, we're going to push. So we're going to take the same entry here. Bring it down. Potentially right around here.
yep.
Alright.
Man, these stops tight. 20 points. Crazy.
Yep, on US30.
The definition of trying to sniper entry.
At the end, you're still getting out profitable for the week.
Exactly.
That's the second hit. We're done with the 2 entries, but I'm pretty sure this thing's still gonna drop. That is straight volume to the downside. We're still up to 6% though after some of those losses. Yep, you're getting that nice push down here.
Yep. Failure to break the previous highs. This is.
Yep. I want to see if it comes down to the zone, just today itself or not. Yep.
There we go.
Nice
We were
one.
right in the end. We were right.
We were right, but we're doing that tight stop losses, so it's not
Yeah.
even something that I'm upset about, because we're still up that 6.65% from being down in the beginning of the week, and we've only been trading 3 days this week anyways. And we have potential setups coming next week as well. You have the consumer confidence, FOMC, GDP data, unemployment, pending home sales, consumer sentiment, and core PCE. So we're still back up for the week.
This week, how many trades did they actually take on
This,
total? Yep.
we ended up taking, I wonder if this tells you, 7 trades.
7 trades.
Yeah. And even if you look at the stats, the profitable trades were still
There we go.
big enough where it was covering
Even if we had 5 losses, we still made money.
Yep.
Proper risk management, right?
Yep.
Nice.
Alright, so we are gonna continue back on this one next week. Actually, we're not gonna have a simulation session next week because I will be traveling. But the week after, we're gonna do this. We're gonna continue this on. And then for the group itself, I will see you guys tomorrow morning, and we're gonna continue with the crypto sim.